And now to our segment, Prime Playlist Shuffle, where we sit down with the artists who are transforming the music industry. And she burst onto the scene with her song Burning House a decade ago. Known for her emotional depth in those lyrics, she also recently won a Grammy Award for her songwriting on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. Singer-songwriter Cam is now out with her third studio album, All Things Light. Let's take a listen to her latest single here, Alchemy.
Call it a miracle, I call it alchemy. I hear the sound coming back again and I need it.
I mean, if that doesn't become a hit, that's a good one. And Cam is here right now.
Nice
Thank you
to
so
see
much for being here.
Yeah, of course.
All the way
Thanks
from
for having
Nashville.
me. Yeah, it's not too long of a flight. It's a pretty quick pop-up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you're here because in this album, you're talking about this album being a patchwork of beliefs. What do
Yeah.
you mean by that?
I wasn't raised with a religion, which I thought was very thoughtful. My parents wanted to have us, be able to discover the world for ourselves. And I got to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different faiths, learn a lot of things. But pandemic, had a baby, I was kind of like rocked foundationally about what I should, I don't know, like how to see myself. How do I fit in? What is my identity? And then also now that I have this little cute kid who's 5 now and asking questions like, what happens when we die?
Wow.
And I don't have, not that any of us have, 100% the answer.
Yeah, I was
but
going to say, I think that's a tough question for anybody with
yes.
any belief system.
I did it as, like I said, our bodies get still and our light goes back up to the stars. And that's...
How beautiful.
Yeah, so this is kind of like me trying to come up with, not answers, because anyone who says they've got all the answers is like red flag.
Right.
But guideposts, lights in the dark, poetry to comfort you when you're feeling lost.
You were telling me during the commercial break that you're a different person than you were when that last album came out.
Yeah.
You have new producers, all the things. Is there a different sound to this album?
Yeah, I think there definitely is. The consistency is my buddy Tyler Johnson, who's been with me through everything. And then we still had like kind of a really cool influx of people because we made the album in LA in East West Studio 3, which is where the Beach Boys did Pet Sounds and Mamas and Papas. So it's iconic. I thought it was so enjoyable.
That song that we just heard, Alchemy, for example, I'm
Yeah.
listening to that. I'm thinking, I don't know what category I would
I
put
know.
that in.
Tell me about
in
it.
country music. What category would you put your music in?
I think I love country songwriting the most. So I think my songwriting feels country. And then I think I have these like twinges of my mom loved folk music and my dad had all this like psychedelic rock music. It doesn't necessarily have like an easy label, but coming off coming off the Cowboy Carter stuff, I feel really it's a badge of honor at this point.
Everybody's always trying to put people into boxes.
I know.
And
We
it's
made
like,
those genres
no.
100 years ago. I
Yeah,
think it's time
exactly.
we step out. Yeah.
Cowboy Carter, it
Yeah.
defied like all the rules here.
Yeah.
Do you think the sound of country music is changing?
I think country music has always had people that are trying on new things, like Dolly always was exploring in her sounds. And
Still is.
Yes. And
Yeah.
people, would say things that would push boundaries. A lot of our like outlaw heroes would say things in their lyrics that didn't feel country at the time. So I think we've kind of had a tradition of that, but we also have this strong tradition of we're really into the rules of country music. And so I really hope, is what I'll say, people feel brave enough to keep doing what's in their heart, even though it's not easy, because I think that's what we need. And I know the rules don't make it easy, but you're going to have to just ignore that part.
You are.
Yeah.
And you're doing it. And you're giving us this magic and you're
Yeah.
light because you are truly a light.
You.
Thank you for being
Appreciate
here.
that. Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
And you can listen to Cam's album, All the Things Light, wherever you get your music. I love that cover right there.
Thank you.